teach the children in the way they understand or what they are comfortable with. The children, what they achieve in life is the best thing that I feel is an award to me.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Great Principles. I am Seema Choria. I bring to you another celebrated figure from the world of Indian academia. My mother was a primary school dropout from a vernacular medium. She was married into a conservative joint family, and yet she made sure of getting her children education that would make them independent and her a proud mother. This is not my story alone. Many of you will relate to this and find bits of your life in this anecdote. A quote that I came across a few days ago, and I found it in place in my today's show. A mother may be educated or uneducated, but she is the best guide and the last hope in the world in your life. And today we have Miss Pasqueen Santan Kasi, Principal Vision International School, Shirur, Pune. And like many stories in yours, she was also inspired by her mother too to pursue education and become an educator too. I feel super proud today to be here with her and share her journey and ideologies with you. Welcome to Great Principles, ma'am. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's my pleasure to be a part of this.
So let us begin, ma'am. You know where it all started. So जैसे कि मैंने पहले शो में स्टार्टिंग में बताया कि यो आपके लिए एजुकेटर बनने की इंस्पिरेशन आपकी मदर है, वो भी एक एजुकेटेड पर्सन ही बनना चाहती थी और आज आप खुद तो एजुकेटेड हो और आप दूसरों को भी एजुकेट कर रहे हो और ये सच में उनके लिए भी एक बहुत ही बड़ा प्राइड मोमेंट है और आपके लिए भी. तो मैम हम आपसे ये जानना चाहेंगे कि आप जब आप एक एजुकेटर बने, आप ग्रेजुएट हुए, तब आपकी मदर का क्या रिएक्शन था?
Ma'am, to begin, first of all, the quote that you started is absolutely suitable for my mother. As I can say, she is a role model in my life. Although she was not educated formally, or she did not get an opportunity to complete her education, she always desired that her kids get educated. And she tried every possible way to educate all 5 of us. We are 5 siblings. And she tried her level best to educate. And now when she sees me that I have achieved some status in life and working as a principal, it's a really proud moment when I see the joy on her face when she's expressing to somebody whom she meets. She shows the photographs wherever I have received the awards and all. She tries to express. And also I have my nieces. She keeps telling them, see how your auntie has grown to be a principal now. So I wish you all achieve something in life. So that's a feeling like every daughter, I think, will feel satisfied when her mother feels happy for the achievement her child has done. So it really feels wow feeling whenever I see her expressions. So that's what I can say about my mother. She has really selflessly worked hard. Until today, I see that she is always waiting to hear from me. Even today, I can see the joy on her face whenever she receives a news that I have received an award. The first thing she calls me and she asks me for what have you received. Then I give her the detailing and she tells me send the photograph and she likes to call out to all her relatives, friends, neighbors, and she tells them, my daughter has achieved this, my daughter has achieved that. And that's really a nice feeling to listen to a mother feeling proud for your achievements. And that is why I say that she's an inspiration to me.
Certainly, ma'am. You know, mothers are like that only. For them, there is only one hero, and that is their own child. For every mother, their child is a hero, and they try their level best, whatever best in their capacity they can to see their child succeed. Because when their child succeeds, it's their own success. You know, I'm also a mother, and I know when my child receives an award, I feel that it's me who has received it. His failure is my failure, his success is mine. So this is how we mothers are built. So great, ma'am. I'm sure, you know, you must be feeling very proud and your mother also seeing you growing each day. So all the best to you. May you keep growing and may you keep making your mother proud every moment. So going ahead in our conversation, ma'am, you know, as we're talking about how mothers go beyond anything to educate their children, India is still struggling in terms of education. It is, either it is not available at all, or wherever it is available, it's not available in quality. So, value education, because you have been through the struggle to get one yourself. So I can ask this question to you. So how does your school provide an environment that is conducive to holistic learning?
Yes, ma'am. To begin with, actually what I want to first pinpoint is about 5 years ago, when I had just arrived in the school institute as a chief guest for an annual gathering, I was given the honor to inaugurate the TAB. So it was 5 years ago, they implemented the TAB system, the online teaching for the children, because we have a great visionary in our school. The chairman of our school, Mr. Vikas T. Pokarna sir, he was the one who had a futuristic vision that we have to focus on digital learning, because very soon, I don't know how did he get that intuition or what, but then in the beginning, I felt like nobody would have accepted it so easily, because everybody had the opinion, how will children learn from mobile? It's a distraction. And then the school is providing free tabs to the children. Children will get distracted. And I think during that initial stage, we did not get proper support. But then we did not give up. We said we will go for it, and we implemented, and it really worked wonders, because we could see the happiness that children enjoyed by using the tab in our school. They got to learn so many things. And as we see now, because of this COVID situation, full education has transformed into digital learning. And then the realization came into existence, yes, this is the need of the hour, which our school already implemented 5 years ago. And that was really a nice feeling, like, how can somebody think way in advance 5 years ago that digital learning would be the priority of the education system. And we feel very happy that we have taken up digital learning as well as the traditional method of learning. And moreover, as we have come across the NEP policy last year, which was proposed, we have seen many points that have been implemented, like there should be no bag day. And we have already implemented it in our school. Every Saturday, we have only activity-based learning. So our children do not bring bags to the school on Saturdays. And then there was a focus in the NEP that we have to focus on practical knowledge. And I feel proud to say that even before the lockdown, we were taking our children for field trips so that we could give them the exact practical knowledge if the chapter was taught on banking. So we used to take them to the bank and give them the detailing. So there was a bank person who used to explain everything in detail so children could understand it better. If there was a topic on hospital, so we had taken the children to the hospital so that they understand how the system works. Where is the inquiry? Where is the patient admitted? What is the procedure happening? Then there was a topic of field, how to do farming. So we had taken them to the village. We showed them how the field work is being done, how the milking is being done, the farming. All this was given to the children. So I feel very happy. All the policies that have been proposed in the new NEP, we have already implemented in our school. And that's a proud feeling for me to be a part of this institute. We are focusing on the overall development of the children, keeping in mind their future.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ma'am, it said that teach me and I might forget, but you make me experience and it will be engraved in my mind. So that is what a school is giving. School is making children experience each and everything, activity-based learning, the practical approach, the visit to different various locations where the learning is happening by experiencing. So this is what is required, and this was being implemented here for more than when it was even thought of by the leaders. So this is all about the visionary leadership which is available, and this is the thoughts which is being proposed by the management. So great going, ma'am. And it truly, it actually makes me feel proud that when the world was thinking how we are going to manage, we were all prepared with the digital setup. Great. So going ahead, ma'am, in a conversation. Yeah, so going ahead in our conversation, ma'am, To an educator, success of the student and school is the best recognition and appreciation that they can get. But still, there are some awards which motivates us, which makes them keep going. So, ma'am, we would like to know from you, which recent recognition is very close to your heart as an educator?
The most closest recent award was the 5th Bhishma Award, which I received from the All India Principals Association in Chandigarh. During the lockdown, the pandemic situation, we felt like our work was not recognized by anybody. It was like principal's job is behind the stage. Nobody knows how hard you are struggling. So when you get recognition for the unseen efforts taken, then I feel that recognition is the most closest to your heart. And more than these all physical awards that we received in material way, the best awards that I receive is when I see my children achieving something in life. So that is the most exciting reward given to me as being a part of this education system. When I listen to so many of my students who have passed out, who have become doctors, engineers, and now through Facebook, Instagram, we get into touch through all our ex-students, in short. And when we realize what they have achieved in life, I think that's the most blessing to be that's the best blessing that we receive from our children. So I think compared to the awards that I have been receiving, the children, what they achieve in life is the best thing that I feel is an award to me.
Certainly, when you're a teacher, the most best thing that you feel is that you are shaped a life and that life is now ready to face the world. So that is the best feeling ever. And yes, ma'am, you very rightly said, principals work behind the scenes. The showrunners are always behind. And on this thought, entire great principle is formed. We are here to spotlight you. We are here to, share your journey, your thoughts, your hardships with everyone. So this forum is completely based on the similar vision of connecting the educators who matters. So going ahead in a conversation, ma'am.
I really need to appreciate you, ma'am, and your team for this initiative, because without any motive or getting anything in return, you are highlighting and focusing on giving importance and I mean, what to say? You want to recognize the efforts taken by every principal. So that was really for me astonishing when I got to know why are you all doing this. But then I think this is like a service to humanity. This is what I get to learn from your institute. So thank you so much for this.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. It really motivates us that, yes, we are doing the right thing, connecting the educators so that, there is so much learning, so much experience you people have. So the whole idea is each one should learn, get inspired, what is going on, how someone tackled a certain situation, what is their background, so this was the whole idea and thought behind it. And we are glad that, we have reached to this level today of becoming one of the prestigious forum. So thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. So going ahead in a conversation, ma'am, working in team is like, working on a high tightrope. So I would like to know from you, an educationist, you look up for inspiration, for advice and support in the times where everything doesn't, all the team doesn't follow your decisions, or, there are just some tough times where you have to take some stern measures also.
Yes, if I have to brief you about the beginning of my life, I was born and brought up in Karnataka, started my profession career in Gujarat, now settled down in Maharashtra, and was awarded as the best principal in Punjab. So it's like I am connected all over, and there is not one particular person who I look up to. There are many people in my life who I come across, who I ask for some guidance. To begin with, my school life, where I started from Divine Providence, they were sisters, Canossian sisters, and they are celebrating their centenary 100 years. They have completed of that school. So where I started my schooling, I have my many sisters who have inspired me, and two people I am still in touch with, Sister Sangam and Sister Belinda. For every situation when I come across, I just give a call to them. I ask them for their guidance. Like, this is the situation I'm facing, so please, can you help me out? So they give me some solutions, they give me some advice. So I keep in touch with that. And then when I started my career as a teacher, there was a principal, Father Joseph. He was a man of less words, but he inspired a lot. So I think it's because of him, I finalized that I want to continue in this journey of being in the education field because of his silent nature, which he inspired me. We used to fear to approach for any reason, but his every silence conveyed a message, and I think which made me to continue my journey in this education field. Later on, I went to many other schools, got in touch with many educationists who keep inspiring. And finally, right now, I'm working in Vision International School, wherein I can say that I have got two strong pillars in the school who are the management members. One is the secretary, ma'am. Her name is Mrs. Pooja Pokharna, and one is the chairman of the school, Mr. Vikasji Pokharna, sir. They too are really setting a right example for the present generation with their simplicity, with their visionary, futuristic thoughts and all. They keep guiding every staff member. They keep giving us various ideas, suggesting us what has to be implemented, because they keep the present scenario, what education should be imparted in the present generation. So based on that, I keep taking advice from them, guidance from them. And as we believe that we need some critics in our lives to go on the right path. So I can say they are my friend, they are my guide, they are my teachers, they are my critics. So in every aspect, what I am today, I feel I need to owe to them, because they are always teaching me to come to perfection. They don't believe in just doing things, but they feel whatever small little thing you do it in a perfect way. So I feel these all people together in my life whom I'm in touch with, they all are my inspiration.
Great, ma'am. You know, it's lovely to hear that there are so many people who are there, always there, available for you. They are your go-to person and making you, you know, tackle any situation, whatever it may come forth. So great. So now we reach to the very interesting segment of the show, which is called rapid fire round. You have to answer in one word or a statement would do. So
Okay.
here goes the first question. You spend your recreational time indulging in activities like?
I love singing and I love reading novels.
All right. Tell us about a funny or a weird incident that happened in your life.
Well, very few things now. All of a sudden, if I have to recall and say is weird or funny thing, just give me a second. Let me think on it. Okay. Actually, when we used to sit in a church to pray, and we had to discuss something, so we used to feel like people are sitting behind and watching us. So my friend, we were talking to each other. So she was trying to hide and talk. But then there was nobody in front and many people were behind us. But she was holding. And that, I think, is a funny moment. Always when I meet her, I recall on that incident.
Right. So सिर्फ आगे मत देखो, कुछ पीछे भी हो सकता है. You know, you have to keep your eyes and ears always open from all the directions.
Yes. Actually, instead of talking from the behind, she was trying to speak from the front. So that was very funny thing, which I still recall.
All right, great. So tell me, ma'am, who is your favorite writer?
Obviously, Sudha Murthy ji.
Sudha Murthy ji, wonderful. Yes, she truly writes amazing with simple language, easy to understand. What a writer. Yes, truly. Going ahead, ma'am. Dance is one of the liveliest exercise. True or false?
True.
Okay, so here goes the last question. As you mentioned that you like singing, would you sing few lines of your favorite song to us?
Okay. Fine. I have this few lines which I always sing it to my son. So I would try to sing here. हमें और जीने की चाहत ना होती, अगर तुम ना होते, अगर तुम ना होते, हमें और जीने की चाहत ना होती, अगर तुम ना होते, अगर तुम ना होते.
Beautiful. You have such an amazingly beautiful voice, ma'am. You really sing.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I just try sometime.
And you know, we should always be passionate about our hobbies. We should give time for them because that is something which makes us feel good.
Yes, refreshing.
Refreshing, certainly. Refreshing, rejuvenating, you know, you're off all the load and you just feel yourself again. All right. So
Yes.
last question in this segment is, what was the last innovative thing you learned to do?
Last innovative thing. Yes, with an example, what I can give you is, just before going for vacations, I came across a parent who told me that children are learning to write wrong letters, wrong alphabets. But then that moment, I did not have any answer to give. But then when I went for my vacation, I made my son to read something. Then he read a number. There were few numbers, but when it came to 9, it had a curved line. He was unable to read it. That's when I got my answer. We are driving children to perfection without understanding how much the child has understood. So once I came back from vacation, I had a meeting with my staff members and I told them, teach the children in the way they understand or what they are comfortable with. We are not here to make the parents happy or bring the child to perfection without making the child to understand what he has learned. So it's fine because not necessarily the 9 should have only a straight line. It can also have a curved line. When we see around us all the vehicle names, number plates that they are having, or all the phone numbers which are available, or what we go through, the printing, the books, everything we see, it has different scripts. And when we are teaching children, we follow only our particular rule. This is right, this is wrong. But we don't take education in overall output what the child is getting. So this is the thing I have taken initiative. He focus on the child's understanding. So I feel this innovative should be implemented in all the schools to focus on the child's understanding.
Absolutely, ma'am. You know, and our parents need to realize and understand that perfection is a myth. Nobody is perfect. When we make mistakes, we learn more. So, you know, a child has natural instinct of learning, but you let him make mistakes. No, then only he's going to learn. And ultimately, what is education? Education is learning and understanding how to apply that learning.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you, ma'am.
Yes. So this brings me to the last question of the show, which is called Viewer's Choice Question. Our viewers keep on sending us many questions, and this one I have picked for you. They say that children of 21st century are faced with the challenges of learning about an interconnected world where knowledge is constantly evolving and world is taking shape of a global village. So what measures should a school head and team of educators need to take to be skilled as quality learning providers?
Yes, ma'am. This is quite interesting question which you have asked. And I feel when we want to educate somebody, we should educate ourselves first. And learning is not the end that we'll have it only during our school days or our training period. It's still the last day of our journey in life. We keep learning, and every day is a process wherein we have to spend for learning something or the other. Right. And yes, I totally believe, and we have been implementing in our school, and we believe that to train the children, the staff should be well trained. So that does not mean if they have completed their training, they join the institute, they are complete package of skilled staff. So I feel, and the management also believes in this process, that every month we should have training sessions conducted for the teachers to upgrade their skills with the latest education system. Then we have to have some recreation sessions for the teachers to make them very active in the profession that they are doing. Because we see in a weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they are full of life. But when it comes to Thursday, Friday, the weekend starts. So the energy level also decreases. So to keep up that spirit or energy live in them, I think we need to give them some breaks, organize some fun activities. And I want to mention in our school, when we had the offline regular classes, we used to begin the school around 8:15, but then 8 to 8:15, the 15 minutes time that our staff would get, we used to conduct every day one activity. It could be a game, it could be expressing your any thought could be, or we used to organize some we used to show them some YouTube video sessions, inspiring thoughts. So this is how we used to start our day. And I think that kind of 15 minutes activity, which we have implemented in our Vision International School, keeps giving energy and boost level to our teachers. And lastly, I feel we need to appreciate and give them some rewards for all the efforts they have been taken. And we also have the system of giving the performer of the month in our school. So every month we select based on their performance and we appreciate the performer of the month, and it can be rewarded in any manner. We need to recognize or understand what kind of appreciation the teacher will be needing. So in that manner, we have to focus and we have to give it to them. And I think everyone believes and accepts in one way or the other some kind of reward. It's not necessary it should be in a money format. It can be in any way. So we believe and we have been doing it in our school.
Certainly, ma'am, very well said. Yes, world is evolving, education is evolving, but with that, a teacher's role has become so tough. She needs to constantly evolve herself, and there are so many expectations from a teacher. She can't go wrong. She needs to know everything. She needs to be available, approachable, compassionate, whatnot. There was some Telugu movie. I don't know how I came across it, and it was mentioning that a teacher needs to have 64 traits to be a good teacher. And I was like, seriously, is it? I mean, she can't be a teacher then, she is not a human then. There is so much to do. So we all need to appreciate our teachers. The teacher needs this.
Teacher plays many roles in a student's life. Sometimes she needs to be like a father. Sometimes she needs to be like a mother. Sometimes she has to be the friend of a child. So it all depends. And at the end of the day, I think the teacher will remember, because of me, did any child benefit something? Did any child learn something? And I think one day we all feel happy when we see our children achieving something in life. And obviously, children don't remember when they score out of marks. They always remember an incident in life which teacher changed or teacher brought in their life. This memory will be always lifetime.
True, ma'am. A teacher is very, very crucial person in a child's life and everyone's life, I'll say, not only child, each one of us, even for us, our teachers still teaches those words still, keep on repeating in our ears, and we, keep motivating ourselves from those. And there is no doubt about it that even today, teacher's job is the most thankless job. So I think, we need to treat our teacher really well, which is being practiced here in this Vision International School. It's, a request to everyone to treat teachers well, to respect them, because they are the one who is shaping the future generation and ultimately the nation. So thank you for your thoughts, ma'am. They have really thrown some great light on some crucial topics here. So it was truly an insightful discussion, ma'am. We feel blessed to have an opportunity to interact with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I really once again want to appreciate you and your entire team for all the efforts you are taking to reward all the principals. It's really a job that you are doing without expecting anything in return or without having any selfish motive behind it. And really thankful to you. And I wish you good luck to you and your entire team. Thank you so much once again.